Jerome, just from my side, obviously a very tough first half, but you must have been very proud of the way the guys fought back to win the second half 21-12 against obviously a star-studded Bull side.
Yes, obviously, but proud of the second half. But I think we let ourselves down in the first half, and that is not how we played. But also to be fair on my guys, turn around in the Bulls pitch with a total nude side. So yeah, it's tough on the bodies, but no excuse. We know what to work on, and we just have to look forward.
Cool. Questions from your side, guys. Nathan, yeah.
Well, just got 2 questions. I'll start with Coach. Coach Jerome, last week I saw Nama, good job. Initial thoughts of the game, I understand as captain. How did the guys feel after the game?
I think with the quality and aspirations of our side, obviously we're a bit disappointed with the way that we started, but I think we look at the bigger picture. There's a lot of positives also to take up out of the way that we finished. We didn't drop our heads. I mean, scoring a try at the last minute. So yeah, definitely is a big positive going forward because the season just started. But I would say bitterly disappointed with the way we started. We didn't want to start like that.
And then the last question for Coach. Last week, the Lions were the second and third string side, and they played the Pumas today. You got given a hiding. The Bulls this week feel the nearly first side against you, or would you say that's a bit unfair that they do that and defeats the purpose of the whole entire competition?
Look, it's still the Currie Cup, and there's no excuse. You can pick whoever you want to pick. If we decide to play the URC team tonight, it's up to us to make that decision. So they made that decision. So it's their right to do what they want to do. In this competition, playing Currie Cup, there's no excuse. You're gonna face the Sharks next week, and Siya Kolisi played, and he must play.
Cool, Adnan.
Yeah, Jerome, so that means that if let's say, for example, from this game, you obviously, you think that you probably learned more from the players?
Yeah, exactly. It's the second game of the season. So obviously we know we didn't have a lot of time to work on our mistakes in the previous game. We had to focus on the Bulls, and we knew what was coming. So we tried our best to work this week, short turnaround. But I think that we could have given up, but we didn't give up. So that's a positive.
And just the fact that you guys won the second half, how much confidence does that?
Look, we lost the game. For me, it's not. We lost the game with 19 points. So it's still a game that we lost.
And then just as you touched on the positive, what other positives can you take from this game besides obviously you guys had a very good second half? What else can you, in terms of players, which players you think stood out today's match?
Look, I think second half we said it's going to take a team, the whole team. So I don't want to mention one player, but I mean, late, it's always the guy that will come back and do the business for us.
Because now you as well, the coach mentioned late, but you never gave up and you scored the first try in the second half for the team. And just at the breakdown, do you feel that some calls were tough?
Yeah, I think you can only adapt to the way it's being run. It's like all about the race perspective. So yeah, if you want to be good, you need to adapt to that. So yeah, we'll learn from that. But I think according to my performance, you can only judge it about how the team plays. So yeah, only judge my performance as the team's performance.
Jerome, the set phases and had a bit of a nightmare there. What is your analysis in terms of what went wrong in the lineouts and the scrums?
Look, we knew they were going to contest the lineouts, which they've done well. I think in the scrums there were a few 50-50 calls, but there's nothing we can do about that. But I really think there was a 50-50 calls against us. Obviously, ref's perception is the Bulls, they got a stronger spec. I can't change that perception, but I think there was a few 50-50 calls in that. Let's pick up the game.
And in the lineouts, was there an issue between Chad and the jumpers, or do you think it's the Bulls that just contested very well?
Look, obviously, it's easier for the Bulls. They have a base to work off. Like I said, we couldn't change our lineout format. We couldn't change but it was about the execution, and we'll take that. They contest well, especially that front ball. They contest well, and they stop our mauls well. I think one positive is they mauled us a bit in the first half. But the second half, we correct that. So that's also a plus for us. They couldn't score more try. I think in the second half, they didn't score more try.
When you say the scrums were 50-50 balls with against you, on the technical side, what is it that you felt was 50-50?
Look, there's nothing we can do. If Bismarck pulls his head up and he stands up and we get penalized, there's nothing we can do about that. So that's the 50-50 calls I'm talking about.
Cool. Ayanda, you got a question?
Yeah, don't put it's more of a mental thing. I also like told the guys we my change like seeing the physical singalungisa la ingqondo zethu ukuthi mesiyongena ebaleni senze sure ukuthi like mental is ready.
Any other questions in the room? Gavin Rich doesn't have a question. Wow. Okay, so we've got Carl Fabian. You've got a question, Carl.
Thanks. It's a question to both gentlemen. Coach, you just said that Bulls' attitude of approach to the Currie Cup is different from the other unions. Do you expect the other unions to rethink their approach? And closer to home, do you think Western Province will rethink their approach or accept what's going on at this stage, the Bulls' domination?
Look, I just to answer your question, I answered that question in saying that it's the Bulls' right to pick whoever they want to pick. I didn't say from our side, definitely, we get all the help that we can get. We get the players that we have to get. And we also know that the URC team are playing on Saturday. So we knew, as I said last week, we're going to lose a few players. But certainly from Western, I can only talk from the Western Provinces side. We certainly work together. I just answered the question that any team can pick whoever they want to pick.
Any other questions on Zoom there, guys?
Michael, yeah, sorry, just checking if there's any injuries.
Injuries.
Second time in a row, and today was a physical game. We're fortunate, no injuries, no serious injuries. There's small niggles, but no serious injuries.
Cool. Everyone happy? Thank you very much. I will go and fetch the balls, and we'll have Gert Small as soon as we can.